This video is going to go over why the INTJs love ENFJs. ENFJs, I'm going to start this video out by giving you the highest compliment you can ever receive from an INTJ. This compliment is the Medal of Honor for INTJs. The only other type that has ever received this compliment are the ENTJs. ENFJs, outside of other INTJs and ENTJs, you guys are the only type that an INTJ is willing to follow. You guys have this natural ability to influence people by emotional connectivity, something that's super unique to you NFJs. The rest of this video is going to go over why the INTJs appreciate and admire the ENFJs, your strengths, your weaknesses, and why our personality types mesh together. And before I begin this video, as with all my videos, you have to understand cognitive functions to fully understand and grasp the concept that I'm going to talk about. And if you don't know what they are yet, please go Google or YouTube cognitive functions for your personality type. This video will explain through cognitive functions why INTJs love ENFJs. Let's begin. As with all my videos, I'm going to provide a quick anecdotal story with my experience with ENFJs so that there's a human aspect of this video. ENFJs, that stereotype of you guys seeking people out to psychoanalyze is so true. And I'm saying that because I have two ENFJs. I've known these people for over 25 years. And every time I hang out with a female ENFJ, she's always like, guys, let's talk about life. And anytime I hang out with a male ENFJ, even after I already discussed what I've been doing, he's always like, how you doing though, bro? Whenever I hang out with a female ENFJ, it's usually with an ENTJ and an INTP. So whenever she's like, guys, let's talk about life, we'd all bitch and moan like, no, not again. I don't want to talk about life. It's like a mom telling all her kids it's bedtime and none of us wants to go to bed, but we know she wants to do it, so we're going to do it to make her happy. And also as an INTJ, I've realized that one of the reasons why she likes hanging out with the three of us is because we give her a very objective view of reality. She enjoys hearing things for what they really are, and us as NT users, we're the best in providing that. And then when it comes down to the guy ENFJ, we'd be hanging out, and after like 20 or 30 minutes of the introduction and just us kicking it, he would always follow it up by asking, but how you doing, bro? I already explained how I've been doing. I told you about my projects. I told you about what I've been working on. I'm a TE user, so most of my time is spent on my projects. What do you want from me? You want me to talk about my feelings? First, you already know I don't like talking about my feelings, but because I respect you, yeah, I was getting that conversation. It's such a funny stereotype because even before I knew about Myers-Briggs, these two ENFJs have been doing that, and they're still consistently doing that. The ENFJ female still texts me and like, next time we hang out, we gotta talk about life. And I'm always like, sure, let's do it. I already mentioned the appreciation that ENFJs has with NT types, but when it comes down to INTJ specifically, it's because we both have introverted intuition. We both have NI. The INTJ have dominant introverted intuition, and it's in the auxiliary position for the ENFJs, which means that when we communicate, we're actually able to see what the other person is talking about. As an INTJ who's consistently misunderstood in almost every little thing that we do, it's very comforting to meet another NI user so that we can communicate as frankly as possible. Because ENFJs have NI in your second slot, you guys are actually able to follow along when an INTJ goes full NI nerd mode, which makes it extremely comfortable to talk to you guys because we don't have to explain ourselves more than once. To add on to the NI pairing, sometimes it's difficult to talk to NE DOMs because they're still missing information. But talking to you guys, the INFJs and the ENTJs, it's so fluid because you guys are able to follow along and you guys understand the underlying meaning of what I'm trying to say. That doesn't mean that you guys agree with everything that we're saying, but you guys are able to understand where we're coming from and where we're trying to get to. You guys also have the ability to challenge us, but challenge us in a way that makes sense for us. It's different from talking to SI Dom or NE Dom because when they challenge us, it's like we're playing the same sport but in different fields. We're seeing completely different things, but because you guys have NI, we're in the same field playing the same sport. So you guys are able to challenge us the right way. And when people think about having FE Dom, they think about harmony and all that shit. But when it comes down to the INTJ ENFJ conversation, you guys are not afraid to challenge us. And we appreciate that because it helps the INTJ grow. And there are so many types out there that refuses to challenge the INTJ, or when they do challenge us, it doesn't make sense for us, so we refuse to acknowledge it. But adding on to how you guys have FE DOMs, a lot of the challenges that you guys provide does have to do with other people or the harmony of the group. Because as an INTJ who doesn't have FE, we don't really think about that much. So you guys are able to actually help develop the INTJ, not only by helping us in a situation, but also work on a function that we don't usually engage with. Since we're on the topic of FE, it amazes me how effective you guys are in using NI to influence people. And I understand that you guys lead with FE, so it's the most common sense for you guys to engage with people, but I've noticed there's a huge difference in how you engage with people compared to the other FE Dom, the ESFJs. ESFJs who have SI in their auxiliary function connects with people based off of the things that are already here now, such as sports, whatever's on the media, or just anything that's present. But the way that the ENFJs connect with people is more in the abstract, is more of the, you could be better, or let's talk about your dreams, let's see how to get there. And when you guys have those conversations with those people, it blows my mind. ENFJs, how do you guys do that? Anytime an INTJ tries to have this conversation with people, we're seen as rude. Actually, anytime the INTJ opens their mouth, we're seen as rude. But you guys are able to speak what the INTJ is thinking, especially when it comes down to improvement of other people, and people love you guys for that. Having FE is such a powerful function. And as an INTJ who has FE in my 7th slot, I usually don't utilize that. I feel like I have a better grasp on SI, which is in my 8th slot, than FE in my 7th slot. You guys FE NI people so naturally, and I swear to God I hate this, but there are times where you guys FE NI me without me noticing until I'm already caught in your web. You guys don't understand how annoying it is to be out NI'd when we're an NI Dom. When I think I'm doing something because it's my own original thought, but nope, it was actually incepted by the ENFJ. The ENFJ was telling me a story about how they were at work and they were being pleasant to someone and they got the pleasant response. And I noticed that I'm doing that to the ISFJ. I don't know why I'm doing it because it feels weird, but I noticed that I'm doing that. And then when I think about it, ENFJ told me that story in order to teach me how to utilize that. You guys are good with NI. The way that you guys are able to subtly suggest ideas is very poetic. It's something that the INTJ is going to fight against because first of all, you're telling us what to do. And secondly, we don't care much about FE. But I can honestly say that because you guys do that, the INTJ does have a better life. And you guys are very effective at doing that because you guys have NI. You're able to speak our language. And the benefit goes both ways. The INTJs benefit the ENFJs because we tell you guys objectively what is going on. Objectively what the situation is. ENFJs have FE and SE so high in your slot that it's difficult for you guys to not be biased towards situations because you guys care so much about the external world and you guys care so much about external people, which leads to a lot of difficult conversations where the ENFJ initially thinks that the INTJ is just being rude, but the INTJ is just factually stating the situation. Based off of all the information that we receive, this is objectively the situation that we're in. It's a very difficult process for you ENFJs to remove any type of emotional biases, but once you start trusting the INTJ, you start trusting that, hey, the INTJ is probably right about the situation. And it's not only because INTJ has NI, it's also because we have Mama TE in our Ox slot. That means that not only is this the objective situation, the plan that the INTJ provided is also the most efficient way to handle the situation. A part of the relationship that keeps getting ignored by the community is how we engage with the world. The INTJ has SE in our last slot, which means it's difficult for us to engage with the world. The ENFJ has FE and SE, which means that you guys like going out and you guys enjoy going out with other people. So that means you guys typically grab the INTJ and drag us out. Even though we're kicking and screaming, you guys are able to communicate with us and convince us to go out using NI. And the INTJ hates to admit it, but in hindsight, we do appreciate you guys putting in the effort because we typically have fun. But then there are those instances where the INTJ social battery is just drained, where we don't really enjoy ourselves that much. When we're out in town with our group of friends and we become completely quiet. The worst part is when an ENFJ takes it personal and you guys keep asking us what's wrong. Hey, you need to be better. You need to do this. You need to do this. And then when we respond, Auntie FI is out of the picture at that point. We're responding with TE, which TE sounds very harsh, which then exacerbates the problem. We don't have FE. We have SE in our lowest slot. Our battery gets drained so quickly so that when we're out in public, when we're engaging with everyone, when we're quiet, we are trying our best not to say something that will ruin the day for someone else. That's why when you see an INTJ for too long, we become quiet and we recluse. We need to be by ourselves. Not because we don't like you guys, it's because we just need to recharge. We don't have an unlimited battery like you guys. So if you're an ENFJ who has an INTJ friend, when you see them quiet in public, you can ask them once or twice, but please don't exacerbate the problem because we're just recharging, and if we speak, we're gonna make things worse for other people, so just let us be. And this is a good segue into the next topic. It may sound counterintuitive to you guys because an INTJ say that we don't really care what people think. However, our master plan typically is out there to help people. And because we understand cognitive functions, it's because you guys have extroverted thinking in your 8th slot. That is the last thing you guys understand. Extroverted thinking is still a people function. TE isn't about harmony, it's about capability and efficiency. So as an FE Dom, you guys care more about the emotional aspect of people, but as a TE Dom, we care more about fixing the situation so that they can access their emotions. The easiest example to demonstrate the difference between TE and FE is if we're trying to help a person cross a broken bridge. As an FE user, you guys will instinctively make sure that person is emotionally stable first and then start fixing that bridge. As a TE user, we're going to instinctively start building that bridge because we understand that once we build the bridge, the emotion of that person will be better. We're both arriving at the same outcome, just in different methods. And as an INTJ, I've noticed you guys using NI to satiate your need for validation. How you guys actively put yourself in a situation where the result is typically you guys receiving words of affirmation, any type of praise, whether it's volunteering, playing a healer in a video game, or being a people manager where people rely on you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with what you guys do, and I admire you guys for that. And I feel like more people should be doing that. But I also notice a lack of FI when you guys do that, because when I ask you guys why you guys do it, The foundation isn't built off of what you have decided for yourself. It is still based off of other people and their validation. It's not FI where helping is going to make yourself feel better. It's FE where helping will make yourself feel better because other people will feel better. Two different things, one extra step. I don't really care about that second step of helping other people. If I feel good about it, I'm happy. So ENFJs, even when you're being a little bit selfish, you're not really selfish. And this applies to a lot of things you do, even when it comes down to being angry at people. I play cooperative video games with my ENFJ friend. Even though he gets upset or he has an idea of how to improve the situation, he refuses to say it. He refuses to make other people upset and ruin the harmony that we have, even though I'm an INTJ telling him, yo, tell us what we should do. It's so funny playing games with him because his fiance usually plays the video game with us too, and she's like, oh yeah, he's yelling in the background. As an FI user, I want you to tell me that you're upset because how am I supposed to fix my problem if you don't tell me? Please, ENFJs, if you are upset at someone or if you have an issue with one of your friends doing something, it's best to just vocalize it, especially if the friend is an INTJ. We want to know how to fix ourselves because we want to be the best friend that we can be when we're around each other. ENFJs, it's okay to show anger. You guys keep telling the INTJ to be more in tune with our emotion, but you guys are only focused on happiness. This is an INTJ who doesn't have FE, who recently has gotten in tune with my FI to tell you guys there's more emotions than just being happy. Please, if you're angry, let us know. That's all I'm asking. ENFJs, you guys are one of the most comfortable and relatable people I've ever met in my life, and I appreciate you guys so much. I admire the shit out of your natural ability to influence people in a way that an INTJ can never influence people. Thank you for taking us out. Thank you for putting up with us, and honestly, just thank you for understanding the INTJ even though you might not agree with us. It is very much appreciated, and that's why if there's a zombie apocalypse or a nuclear fallout, ENFJs, I will gladly follow your lead. And that's all for this video, folks. Don't forget to support the channel by leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. If you're an ENFJ watching this video and it seems as if I'm passionate about this, it's because I'm very passionate about my ENFJs. They have consistently challenged me and forced me to become a more whole person. Thank you very much for making it to the end of this video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.